Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I mean, we're talking about one of the most undeniably recognizable fitness icons on the entire planet, right? From playing college football down at Miami to becoming an absolute WWE legend and now starring in literally the biggest Hollywood blockbusters, the guy has consistently maintained just an extraordinary physique. And, it's not magic. That incredible muscular frame and all that strength, it's built on decades of strict discipline, incredibly hard work, and just relentless consistency. Okay, let's dive into this explainer and look at exactly how he actually pulls it off.
So here is our weekly training blueprint. We're going to be looking at 5 key areas today. We've got inside the iron paradise, the 6-day grind, fueling the muscle machine, the power of recovery, and finally, training like The Rock. Let's get right into it.
First up, Section 1, Inside the Iron Paradise, Mindset and Philosophy.
And because his filming schedule has him traveling all over the globe, he actually brings a custom mobile gym, famously known as the Iron Paradise, with him everywhere he goes. So, absolutely no excuses. And his quote here really captures it. Success is earned through consistency, not shortcuts. I love that. It's not just some cheesy motivational poster, you guys. This is his foundational philosophy. He doesn't rely on fitness fads. He relies on putting in the heavy work, day after day, year after year.
And this brilliantly illustrates his specific approach to lifting. See, unlike pure powerlifters or strength athletes who are totally focused on low reps and just moving maximum heavy weight, The Rock's approach is all about high-volume resistance training. We are talking 10 to 15 reps, multiple sets, and a highly controlled tempo. He really prioritizes muscle isolation and building a super strong mind-muscle connection. It's a method that maximizes hypertrophy, which is just a fancy word for muscle growth, while allowing him to really maintain joint control and avoid getting injured.
All right, moving on to Section 2, the 6-day grind, breaking down the weekly split.
Okay, get ready, because we are about to walk through the relentless, day-by-day timeline of his weekly resistance and conditioning split. This is where all that discipline really translates into action. Notice how systematically he breaks the body down. Monday is entirely dedicated to the back. Tuesday, he targets the chest. Wednesday, he absolutely hammers legs. Thursday is all about shoulders, and Friday focuses on the arms, hitting both biceps and triceps. He isolates and exhausts every individual muscle group and then finishes the whole week off on Saturday with a massive full body and conditioning session to push his endurance.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer staggering volume he hits in just a single day. Take Wednesday's grueling leg routine as our prime example here. 5 sets of 8 on back squats, 4 sets of 15 on the leg press, Romanian deadlifts, 4 sets of 20-step walking lunges, and honestly, that doesn't even count the leg extensions, the leg curls, and the 5 sets of calf raises he tacks on at the end. It perfectly captures his unbelievable work capacity.
But while he definitely uses a lot of isolation machines to sculpt those specific muscles, make no mistake about it, the true foundation of his overall strength and size is built right on these core, highly functional compound lifts. Squats, deadlifts, the bench press, overhead press, rows, pull-ups, lunges, and farmer carries. These are the heavy hitters that demand full body stability, and they're often supported by intense core exercises like hanging leg raises and planks.
6 days a week. Honestly, my own muscles ache just thinking about this schedule. Training 6 days a week at this level of intensity kind of borders on insanity for the average person. Now, his specific structure might shift just a little bit depending on travel or if he's prepping for a specific movie role, but that 6-day frequency is the strict standard he always holds himself to.
But wait, there is actually more. Before he even touches a dumbbell or a barbell, he's out there consistently hitting 30 to 50 minutes of daily cardio. Whether he's doing an incline treadmill walk, crushing the stair climber, using an elliptical, or cycling, he gets the heart rate up first. It's an absolutely critical part of his routine to maintain cardiovascular health and keep his body fat super low.
Which brings us to Section 3, fueling the muscle machine, the daily diet. Look, you simply cannot survive a 6-day grind of heavy lifting and daily cardio without a massive influx of high-quality calories. You just can't out-train a bad diet, and you definitely cannot fuel the iron paradise on an empty tank. So, The Rock has actually publicly shared that he eats multiple times a day to support his size. Check out this sequence. Meal 1, oatmeal, eggs, and fruit. Meal 2 is chicken, rice, and vegetables. Meal 3, lean beef, sweet potatoes, and a salad. Meal 4 is his pre-workout hit of chicken, rice, and veggies. Meal 5 is the post-workout recovery, which is whey protein, white rice, and more lean protein. Finally, meal 6 is salmon, potatoes, and green veggies. Oh, and fun fact, just to make sure he hits his massive daily protein goals, he often throws in a late evening snack of cottage cheese or Greek yogurt with mixed nuts. That is a ton of food.
Let's slow it down a bit for Section 4, the power of recovery, the hidden work.
With all that intense physical output, you might think his day off is spent completely crashed out on the couch. But Sunday is really the climax of the week. It's where the hidden work happens that makes those other 6 days possible. Look at that number, 7 to 9. So, the crucial point is, getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep is absolutely mandatory. Proper sleep is required for muscle function, joint health, and exercise performance at this elite level. Without it, your body simply cannot repair all those muscle fibers torn down during those massive high-volume sessions.
And his rest day isn't just about sitting around doing nothing either. Sundays are highly active. His recovery arsenal includes walking, dedicated stretching, foam rolling, specific mobility work, getting a massage if he can, and heavily prioritizing proper hydration. He is actively repairing his body, flushing out all that lactic acid, and making sure his joints are primed and ready to go for Monday morning.
All right, Section 5, training like The Rock, your turn. Let's move twos and see how this builds from a celebrity routine into actionable steps you can actually take today.
So we've looked closely at his elite routine, but what does this mean for you? The big question we really need to ask here is, can a beginner actually follow this routine? Like, should someone who's just starting out jump right into a 6-day, high-volume split with 50 minutes of daily cardio and eating 7 meals a day?
Well, the short answer is yes, but with some major modifications. The source material makes this point very clear. If you're just starting out, you absolutely need to reduce the number of exercises and sets. You have to learn proper lifting technique before you even think about adding heavy weight. Use manageable weights and only increase your workload gradually over time. Progressive overload is the key here. And we also need to be impartial about reality for a second. While consistent training and nutrition will absolutely build you a stronger, more muscular physique, things like genetics, age, and individual body factors mean it's unrealistic to expect to perfectly replicate any specific celebrity's body. Your ultimate goal should just be to build the best possible version of yourself.
The blueprint is right there. Heavy compound movements, high-volume muscle building, incredibly balanced nutrition, and dedicated active recovery. You absolutely have the power to build a stronger, healthier, and more athletic physique. But the real question you have to ask yourself today is this: are you ready to commit to the daily consistency it takes to build your own iron paradise? Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer. Now go get to work.